So the approach from your side, how is it pre-COVID and post-COVID? Is there any changes in the approach that is going to happen? Because things have changed.
See, this virus situation is in India, largely it's impacted the urban centers. In rural India, the agricultural activity is anyway going on, and naturally in rural India, largely except during social gatherings, largely during the day there is social distancing because of the very nature of the work. They're
Okay,
not
sir.
sitting in an office, they're in the field, so naturally there is a social distancing. If they are little conscious, this is managed pretty well. And as you know, the numbers are largely in urban centers. I think nearly 80% of the infections in
Okay.
the country is in the urban centers, that too in probably 12 to 15 cities. So having said that, we only problem is for our volunteers to travel on the ground, there has been restriction. Fortunately, because of technology and particularly the WhatsApp groups that the farmers have and the various other groups on the ground have, and we made good connect with the various NGOs who have been working in different levels, some small, some big, and various farmer-related organizations. There is no one organization, there are many in each district, taluk, there are many organizations. We have effectively connected with all of them. So the forest officials particularly have approached with great enthusiasm right from the conservators of forests, assistant principal conservators, I don't want to go into all the designations, but right from there to the local forest officers, with great enthusiasm they're participating because they have clearly seen that this is a game changer and they want to be a part of it, and Karnataka Forest Department has done a fantastic job. And the government made some policy changes, the Karnataka government, which facilitated this, and they understood that the administration is behind it. Because of that, they have been doing this, and above all, as people who are experienced in these affairs, they clearly know this will be a game changer. So with great enthusiasm and responsibility, they have been cooperating and assisting us and guiding us at various levels. So pandemic has no way slowed us down. In a way, we kind of overestimated the pandemic and went for only 1.1 crore saplings. Our objective was to go over 2.5 crores at one time, but because of the pandemic, we were little hesitant that how will it work, because will we be able to go out and do this work? But the dedication of our volunteers, risking their own personal health and well-being, they've been out there traveling, doing things. But above all, technology, media and the cooperation that we have from the forest officials and the agriculture ministry has made the difference.
Sir, what is the biggest challenge in this process in your initiative? What do you think is the biggest challenge?
See, the biggest challenge was the loss of revenue for the farmer for first 3.5 to 4 years. That was the
Okay,
biggest
okay.
challenge. So this is what we first focused on, and we focused on this and saw that a farmer gets a certain subsidy to bridge this gap of loss of income. It's not 100% loss of income, it's a gradual loss of income. First year there is some loss, second year more loss, third year more loss. By fourth year it will start yielding, fifth year definitely it will start yielding. So now they've given 125 rupees per surviving tree, and this is distributed on a yearly basis, which has
Okay.
made the difference, which is the
Oh, that's a
bridge.
really.
That was a bridge that we could not cross by ourselves without the government support.
Oh, that's right. But there are even once your volunteers are there, they'll be constantly monitoring the situation, not just planting and going away,
No,
but
no.
they'll be monitoring.
Yes, of course. See, above all, the significance of this is the trees are being planted in private land. That is,
Private land, yeah.
partially it is replacing the existing crops. So
Crops.
farmer is not going to let it die because it's a crop. See, we must
Yeah.
understand it is called agroforestry, but I would like to change the terminology as tree-based agriculture, because it's not about raising forests, it is about
Okay.
farming trees. That the economics of the farmer should shift from 3-month, 4-month crops, which is usually monoculture, to a multiculture, tree-based agriculture, One important thing and the most important thing is that it changes the soil quality significantly. So right now we have got accreditation from the UNEP recently and also from UNCCD and various other UN agencies. This is because they clearly see this is the only way. When I went and spoke to all these agencies in both in Germany and in New York City, they said, Sadhguru, if you can pull this thing, this is a game changer for the tropical world. We have to make this happen. So they are with us 100%, guiding us at various levels. So this is very important because, see, the world's life, entire life, including you and me, happens because of 39 inches of topsoil. The soil degradation in the country is such, almost 80 to 85%, except a few microbes well below, rest all life, including human life, happens because of just an average of 39 inches of topsoil. This topsoil in India, 52% of the topsoil in India is considered degraded. What was once the most fertile land, where we could grow crops 12 months of the year, now it is 52% is considered degraded. In the world, they are saying, as per the UNCCD, they are saying, we have topsoil only for 60 years of cultivation. Only 60 years. That means we are living here as if we are the last generation of people. That's how we are living. The only way you can put back the soil and the organic content in the soil, if the organic content goes away, what you are calling a soil right now will become sand. This is the desertification process that is happening. Both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are going through this seriously. At a very rapid pace it's happening. The only way you can put back the organic content is the green litter from the trees, that is the leaves and other aspects of the tree, and the animal waste. Both of them are not available right now for a variety of reasons. We just think a tractor will make the land rich. A tractor can plow the land, but it can't make the land rich. We have to put back organic content. Without trees, you just can't do it.
That's right. So to the last question, this present rain, that severe rainfall that is happening, has it affected your work in any way? The initiative by volunteers, has it affected?
No, there is a little slowdown in certain districts. Coorg has suffered a certain amount of loss because of the rains, but you use the word severe rains, I wouldn't like to use that word because in a monsoon country, the more rain the better. But unfortunately, our towns and our land we have made it in such a way that we are not ready to receive the bounty of rain. We must understand this. The only source of water we have in India is rainwater. Monsoon is our source of water. Only 4% of India's rivers come from the glacial source. 96% only monsoon. Now, this monsoon which happens somewhere between 40 to 75 or 80 days in a year, we must preserve that water in the soil for 365 days. So right now when rain comes, there is a flood and we think rain is against us, and when the rain goes, there is a drought, now we think there is not enough rain. This is happening every year. When will we come to our balance? When rain happens, we say it's severe. When drought happens, we say it's severe. The problem is just this, the rain that is coming in the last 100 years, the volume of water that is coming down in the form of monsoon has not changed significantly. Same volume of water is coming down. Only problem is, what was happening in 80 to 140 days is now happening in 40 to 80 days approximately. That means more water is coming down in a single day and we are not able to handle it, and above all, there is not enough vegetation to soak in the water, so everything is going as runoff. We see rain as flood now. Rain used to be soaking up and replenishing all the, water sources that we have, water storages that we have. Our wells, our ponds, our rivers are only storage places. They are not the source of water.
Nadi Rashtrasya Maha